Hi, nice to meet you. Oh, I had the most wonderful time, both times. First of all, every time I visited Japan, I've always had the most meaningful and happy interactions with people in Japan. And I've been very moved by their kindness and the culture. I love coming to visit, and on both of those occasions in Tokyo and Osaka, I had the best time. I really did. And in fact, in Tokyo, I stayed a little bit longer because I wanted to see more of the city and see more of the countryside, and had a very meaningful and happy time there. And I'm always so inspired and grateful that when I come to Japan, that people want to talk about the work that I've made and have told me that it means a great deal to them in different ways. And for some people, it's different projects. It's not often the same thing. But especially at Comic-Con, there's a creativity and a playfulness that people bring. Sometimes they bring works of art that they've made, or paintings that they have created or drawn, or stories about their own lives where somehow my participation is folded into it. Maybe two people will come to me and say, this is my friend, and we became friends because we met talking about your work, and now they're my best friend. And that's always extremely touching and meaningful to me. Yes, I've always loved dancing, but I never formally trained in dancing. And I think, like anything which involves the expression of something interior through movement, and I see it in sport as well. I see it I love watching all kinds of different sport and athletics, whether it's football or tennis or the Olympics. And dancing as well, where there's something expressed of the soul in the body, and the formality of the movement actually crystallizes something about the feeling. And that can happen in a great rally between two great tennis players, or it can happen on a football pitch, or it can happen, in this case, in dance, where I was taught very formal steps, which are responses to particular rhythms in music. The cha-cha and the salsa and the samba and the quick step and swing and jazz and the bossa nova and polka. There is a formal response of the body to meet a rhythm in music. And when that can be something that's the structure of that, the formality of it can be internalized, and then you let yourself go, something unique is expressed in that moment, which is different from just being completely free. Because, if this makes sense, the movement is organized. It's organized into a particular choreography, which is a response to a particular rhythm. And that expresses something unique. And there were moments where I felt that control, where my body understood the formality of what the steps were, but also my soul was free within it. It's hard to describe, but I recommend it to everyone. I would say, in my experience and in my life, we didn't necessarily have dance parties. We had parties where we danced, if that makes sense. Where the point of the party was to meet up and hang out. And then at the end of those parties, we would put music on and dance. Or towards the end of as I got older, I would go out with my friends and we would end up dancing. It always feels like the culmination of something. It's the culmination of a wedding. It's the culmination of a birthday party. Eventually, people stop talking and they want to dance. It's something about music and and moving together, which feels very celebratory and very joyful. And I loved all that. And I was also very lucky. I feel very grateful and fortunate that I was a teenager at a particular time in the 1990s where in the UK and in Europe, Western Europe, at least that was what I was aware of, there was an extraordinary movement in dance music, which kind of paid tribute to dance music of the 70s. But it was sampling melodies and sampling tracks and re-editing them and recrafting them into new, a kind of new form in dance music itself. And I discovered that I loved it. And that discovery gave me great pleasure. I love listening to it and I love dancing to it. And in a way, dance music isn't the same now. It's different. It's evolved away from that. So I was very lucky that at that time, it was also before everybody had phones. And so people would go out and dance. And there was no sense of recording the event for later. You were just in the present moment, dancing with your friends. Thank you very much. Arigato.